This is one of my first pieces that I've been actually started painting again. I took about a year off after college, which I guess is pretty normal, and I'm working with untreated canvases because I find them less intimidating than store-bought canvases for some reason. So there's no base to it. I build up the paint on it, and then the final part of it is kind of doing a varnish to put the things that I really want to pop. The subject matter is usually kind of irrelevant to me. I do a lot of nature things, and I take black and white pictures or really neutral pictures and then add whatever kind of color I want to it, and that's what gives me the freedom to create a painting that I feel satisfied with. That's hard. That's hard. I only spend a couple hours every session on painting because if I go too far, then I just throw it out. So it's a hard time to stop, you know? You just kind of got to say, okay, that's it, and then put it away for a while. It feels like without a treated canvas that I have more control over the paint that I put on it. I know it might be a control issue, but I can do an acrylic background and start seeing shapes into it and start seeing what I want instead of the intimidation of just, you know, a completely white canvas that has no personality to it already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just start with a really, really loose, you know, liquid oil paint and then start building it heavier and heavier until I feel like I can't do it anymore. I think I will. Sometimes I'll go back to treated canvases, but I just don't feel comfortable with it. So I feel really happy with the 3 or 4 paintings that I've produced so far with the system, and I think I'll probably build my collection on that. I like to do abstract subject matter. I did some rocks in Colorado, but they were so close and I interpreted them in a different way that it became very abstract. I don't do a lot of realism because I just don't feel like I can interpret the painting the way that I want to. So I try to stick with more abstract pictures, either if it's nature or if it's just something that I see in everyday life. I try to, you know, distort it in a way that I can be creative with it. I'd like them to just see the freedom that I had with doing it. I don't, you know, there's emotion in the colors that I use. I use a full color palette always, never using black, so I think that people can interpret that in different ways. You know, I expect people to get the color out of my painting rather than what they're seeing, you know, relatively.